Let's talk about our class schedules and curriculum. The babies class is the only class that does not have a schedule. At this stage, you are simply providing for a baby's needs. For our babies teachers, it's helpful to remember the 4 F's: feeding, face-to-face, free play, and floor time. Giving babies who are awake these 4 things will help make the most of their time in class. This doesn't have to be individual time spent with each baby. You can have face-to-face time with a baby while feeding them a bottle. You can give a baby floor time while they're also free playing with a toy. These 4 F's are simply guidelines to help you figure out what to do with our tiniest friends. If the babies are sleepy, we have lamps in the classroom to lower the lights, as well as a sound machine to make the room a soothing place for the tired littles. It's worth noting that we don't always have a babies class. Sometimes we have a combined babies and toddlers class. With the babies class, babies as young as 3 months are able to be placed in our care. When we have a combined class, we raise the age to 9 months. We want the babies who are placed in this combined class to be fairly independent, since they will be with bigger kids. If you aren't sure how old a child is, their age can be found on their name tag. Name tags display a child's age in months until they reach 2 years old. The toddlers class has a schedule that has been designed with toddlers in mind. Toddlers have short attention spans, so each step of the schedule in this class has been designed in small increments. We have noted time for a coloring sheet. Most kids in the toddlers class are disinterested in coloring sheets, or they may try to eat the crayons. It depends on their age and development. Use discretion on this particular part of the schedule. You can have a little dance party, do puzzle time by laying out all of the puzzles, or have bubble time during this section if the coloring page is not an option. Pre-K and elementary schedules are the same. These schedules have been built into your lessons. You will notice the timestamps when you look at each segment of your day. I want to encourage you, the schedule is not your master. If you spend a little more time in one area versus another, that's okay. Use your discretion. This is your classroom. You have the authority to make judgment calls and do things a particular way. There are 2 things, however, we do not want you to skip. At the top of your lesson, you'll notice the big idea. At the end of the day, if your kids know this big idea, this is a win. We want them to walk away knowing this small nugget of truth. The other area we do not want you to skip is the Bible story. Our curriculum has us reading straight out of the Bible. Your lesson will have this broken up in little bits and pieces to make it easier on the kids. Prepare yourself before you step into the classroom so you know what you're covering and what the dialogue will be. We have a big desire to make our time in the classroom as easy as possible, so any supplies you need will be provided for you. There is no need for you to bring anything other than yourself. For all classes, I recommend waiting to clean up your classrooms until you hear from your Coco. Sometimes service can run a little longer than the schedule states. If you begin the cleanup process too early, that can leave your kids feeling bored and restless. Wait until the Coco lets you know the service is wrapping up to start the cleanup. If I could leave you with 3 pieces of advice, it would be this. Number 1, relationship over completion. Your relationship with the kids matters more than completing your lesson. Stretch time or shorten it where it feels right. Number 2, if your kids know the big idea, you've done a great job. Number 3, prepare for your lessons. Teaching soon-to-be believers is a very high calling. This needs to be treated with the humility and reverence it deserves. Thank you all for your commitment to these precious little souls. You are laying the foundation for the gospel in their lives.